Let's get it.
I need another invite. How's Arnold of 5.
Ready for the new season. How do you feel about the new season?
I have yet to really experiment with it too much.
I see. You trying to play after this?
I'm got to actually like take a shower and like eat.
Okay, and then you want to play?
Yeah. And I guess I'll post the we're live the thingy. Yeah, but so yeah, this is gonna be the semifinals for Syntax League. We're doing 2 RySe teams at that. It's gonna be RySe F2 Revoked versus RySe 619.
Are you raping your mic?
What?
Nah, it's not like you're loud. It's like every time you're like sort of facing Rise F2.
Come on, man. Anyways. Well, it seems like it was a scuffed intro, but intro nonetheless. Impulse, you have some stats you want to run through real quick?
Yeah, so I mean, I have a few stats from both teams. I have the player KDs, so I mean, I know that some players aren't playing. Let me quickly check something. So I have Drowsy. Drowsy has been playing a pretty good like playoff series. All of these players on 619 have only played one series in the playoffs, because I think they were a higher seed. They didn't really have to play 2 games, just like Jaegerized. So Drowsy, on the frag, has been gunning with a 1.6 KD. We have Stargazer, or sorry, different team. Sorry, we have Dab 1 with a 1.3 KD, and we have Vipix with a 2.3 KD, the highest KD in the lobby. These are all just from playoffs, not like game KDs or season KDs. These are just playoffs. And then we have F2's team with Stargazer leading the team with a 2.0 KD. We have Grippy 0.9 KD on the support slash flex, I suppose. Nullify on frag with a 1.3, Grand Salami with 1.5, and then Crucify is not playing, and Big Stingray is, and I'm not exactly sure because he hasn't played in the playoffs for this team just yet. So it is going to be good to see how these teams play. So yeah, I mean, prediction-wise, I know that F2 and RySe played each other this season. I'm not exactly sure what week it was, but I know it was on Oregon, and I believe that 619 took the victory. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I do know we're gonna have RySe 619 defending Border and Bank on their starts.
Yeah, so I believe Border was 619 619's choice. I could be wrong. I'm not too sure. But I do believe that Bank was F2's decision.
Bank was F2's decision, yeah.
Yeah, so I believe that F2. Yeah, so we have Border being picked by 619, which surprisingly they have only played one time the entire season. They won that one time, so they have a 100% win rate. And they have a 100% win rate on defense. Their defensive side, they haven't lost on. I believe they went, yes, 6-0. Or no. I think on attack they went 5-1 or something, and then Then they swept it 2-0, I think, on defense, I believe, if my memory serves me right. And then on attack, they have a 66% win rate. Yeah, so that would mean they won
Hmm.
2 out of 4, 2 out of 3, or something like that. I'm not sure. Or what? What is that? 4 out of 6. Yeah, so they would have had 4 rounds on attack, and the last 3 rounds would be on defense. And then F2 has not played this map all season. So, I mean, it will be exciting to see if they have any, like, strats up their sleeve. Hidden. They haven't shown anything. I'm not sure if they've been scrimming it. I'm not exactly, I'm not really friends with any of the F2 players, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. But absolutely nothing to see from F2, so I don't know if I should expect I don't know if I should be surprised or if I should be disappointed by the end of this map.
I'm just hoping for a good game overall, a good series, something that'll keep the blood pumping, you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, these two teams are pretty matched in skill level, I suppose. Like, as I read off the KDs are pretty balanced. I mean, 619 and F2 both have one player on each team that play support that have a negative KD. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you're playing support and you have a negative KD, I don't think that says everything. If you're getting your job done, you're doing well, then it doesn't really matter. But other than that, everyone's KD is pretty matched between a 2.0 and a 1.5 around. And then you have Vipix, which plays more of like a flex role on a 2.3. But again, they only played one series of 3 maps, so I mean, you can get the 2.3 KD not too difficulty. But when it comes to seeding, they're pretty close in seeding, and I mean, they've both been playing stellar seasons and playoffs so far. So, I mean, I think it'll be a great series. My personal prediction would probably be 619 taking it.
Fair enough. I'm not sure. I got the good to go from 1 to. Alright, cool. And roll.
Share fully.
Yep.
So I mean, 619 starting on defense. They haven't lost defense, so I mean, they're on a roll. They're confident. It's their map, and in this league and in most leagues, if you win the first map, then you get to decide the side on the decider, which is actually a very big advantage. So they really need to make do of this map. But if F2 can take it from them, then they have some wiggle room to maybe play poorly on the second map, or absolutely sweep them on their own map.
Yeah, taking first map's a huge deal, and then RySe has. I'm gonna keep saying RySe, even though both teams are named RySe, but RySe 619 is the fact they're gonna start on defense for this map, so they give them a really strong advantage.
Yeah, for sure.
If they know how to play border.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're starting off with the Monty ban. I mean, the Monty did get buffed, I suppose, in this upcoming season, or well, this season that just came.
Yeah, I mean, they've turned all shield into blitz because they're all able to run with their shield in their face, and Monty just now excels in his position.
Exactly, and I mean, I'm sure they're worried about that rush plant, but also just because, yeah, Monty's just such a good operator if you know how to play him, if you're always in their face, playing his info, causing havoc. I mean, he's a great operator. So we will see the ban. The Jackal ban, pretty generic. They don't want to do with him. Castle isn't super generic, but a smart and strong ban on this map because
he's picked up
utilized.
popularity a lot ever since SI, and especially for like extended roams for like defending first floor. You see him a lot being brought upstairs to cut off the map in half.
Yeah, especially for border. I mean, you're supposed to be holding as much of the map as possible.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. And then Fenrir ban, pretty typical,
yeah, nothing out the norm.
Pretty generic. So in this new season, I mean, the 1.0 scopes I feel are were nerfed, I suppose. Like it takes a long time to scope in with them.
Your ADS is bad, and then on top of that, the biggest change, in my opinion, with the one-time scopes, is the center dot now.
Yeah, it's larger and
And
a lot
that
more
to me was a nerf.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see upstairs first. A lot of info denial coming from the side of 619. We will see Chris, that I haven't seen yet, play the Solus, and Vipix with the highest KD in the lobby, like I used to.
If I end up referring to any operator as Chappie, just know that I'm referring to Solus. If you've watched the movie Chappie, then you should get that reference pretty quickly.
I'm reloading.
10 seconds to go.
Camera deployed. Sensor on.
We have Grippy and Stingray on the support, Stargazer and Grand Salami on the Flex Frag, and then Nullify. As you guys know, Nullify just loves to use his choices. Did Cap can just shoot that Cap?
No?
So we will see a Archives take. They're going to at least put some pressure on there, some phantom pressure, or they're going to try to take this office area, which is pretty generic for this map. It's a strong take if you can execute it correctly. We will see the IQ since they are bringing a decent amount of utility. They just want to make sure that this Valk isn't going to be a problem, but they're not running a Valk. We will see Drowsy absolutely.
Drowsy's super aggressive and doesn't get punished.
Head with Nullify. He will drop back to office. We will see a decent hold here from 619. No, they don't need to extend too much, but getting the kills will go in their favor.
I don't know. To me, you got to open up that westbound door pretty early so you can, they're not as feel at ease to peek that the way they did.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. They need to be uncomfortable, and they can't just walk around the map. Other than the one kill, pretty slow half. We will see the drones come through. They haven't made too much progress other than these drones, but they're going to use utility.
Knowing how to infect trick. Here we go.
The impact trick will not connect using 2 impacts. And we might see a gunfight onto Drunken American. Okay. From Stingray. Will connect. The time man count 4-4.
Wow.
Chappie gets absolutely slammed. Chris Stingray with the double. The Vix will hopefully get this C4. He's waiting for the right time. We'll chuck the C4 and won't connect with Grippy. Might have done a little bit of damage. 3-3 man count. Salami will pick up the kill onto Drowsy and another one for Grippy. Well, his first, but another one for this team. Leaving Vipix in a 1v2. Will find one, but will get shut off by Grippy.
That was a pretty close round from both sides. Both sides put in pretty good attack. The defender started with the starting pick, which I mean should have led to something else, but the fact that they attack so slow, you really gain nothing with the starting kill, especially it being an Ash. Like really, the only utility we were missing was getting rid of those mirror windows slightly earlier, and even then, there's just one window.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, statistically, about 75% of the time that a team gets first pick, they usually win the round. Usually, most of the time, when it happens, where a team gets a first pick and they lose, is when they overextend, they don't play man count, and they get a little too greedy. Because at the end of the day, Siege is a strategic game, and you need to know when to drop off, when to give map control. But of course, some things just don't go in the way. Some gunfights just don't go in the favor for your team. And F2 was able to pick up that first round, despite getting first picked.
No, you don't.
We will see an armory hold once again. They will opt to a bandit this time.
10 seconds
Other than the mute, except they will still bring the mute. We will still see the Solus, strong operator. We will see the Legion this time. and looks like the exact same lineup
Objective
from
is
F2.
defuse the bomb.
Yeah, we're seeing a slight variant in their mirror strat. They're not running a mirror window first, like front side this time. But the odd part about that is actually going to be that they, okay, never mind, they figured that out. They didn't have that read at first. I was wondering if they were going to run just straight head rolls.
It seems like they're going to see the exact same push from F2. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. So they will try to take the same thing. I mean, I hope that 619 expects this. I'm sure they do. This is why they're setting the double mirror up. So they're going to have a lot more utility to protect this east side. But will F2 realize this and opt out, or try to absolutely, you know?
That's the hard part about border in this current state of it, is that you really don't really have an option on what side to attack, for simplicity that they missed impact should can't start. But taking front side is way too difficult compared to just clearing out all this util backside.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, you can definitely just brute force it and you know, waste all this utility, but it's still going to be difficult. I mean, for the front side, you need to do less, but a lot more at the same time. A lot more angles need to be watched, and a lot more
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
things need to happen. But Drowsy will pick up the kill on Grippy. Another 619 or 619 first pick. Will it end up in the right favor for them this time? An aid will come through, and F2 will just miss the kill. A great play, but Drunken Mexican will find the kill onto Stingray, but Nullify will answer back by refragging him. 3v4, or 3v3, because of Grand Salami, for even in favor. About a minute left in the half, or in the second half of the round. Good picks with the same C4, trying to find him, but will not find Nullify. A nade will come through to the top of the arch. And 619 is pretty adamant on holding this fountain. They don't intend to drop back soon, but we will see Nullify try to crouch walk into archives and hopefully, or Grand Salami to hopefully find some kill onto Vipix. 2v3. Plant might go down, but ops off. Knows that info's coming through. They know one's fountain, but that guy will fall, and now the last one is Africa. They know this. The plant is going to go down, but Dab is in a 1v3. No C4 in pocket. Needs to find 3 kills to win this round. Plant goes down. F2 is in a great post-plant position. Don't need to peek absolutely anything. Dab is absolutely trapped in small office here. Needs to take 3 1-on-1s. We'll try to take the 1-on-1 onto Nullify and will die. And another domination, well, not another domination round, a domination round this time after a close round the last time.
Yeah, it's that round was a lot better for the defense. Defense should have really held that together. The fact that they weren't aware of the IQ pushing and backside ended up completely tearing apart that round. And then the Mira, like the IQ there, which was
Grand Salami.
Yeah, Salami had no clue Mira was even in fountain, so the Mira, if she reacted with a timely manner, would have gotten the kill. But the fact that there was no reaction from the Mira, it forced the Mira into a much worse position, holding now a 2v1 instead of just, you know, 3 1v1 and then another 1v1.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if 619's not going to have a form of info like a Beep or Malusi, any sort of info onto that walk-in, I mean, all it takes is one IQ scan to realize that there's nothing there, and he just calls to his team, yo, I'm going to walk in archives, get that pinch on a fountain, and that's it.
Yeah, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm pretty sure the Ace is pre-placing a camera at deep archives, so they would be 100% informed of what's going on in there.
Yeah, for sure. We will see an Azami being taken after the nerf. I mean, I don't think it was a very big nerf.
No, she still perfectly does her job. I mean, if you played against her in Rafters anytime recently, and like on a clubhouse, you know, still swinging the Kiba is still dangerous, and focusing the Kiba over her is even more dangerous.
Yeah, definitely. I think she's still one of the best operators in the game right now. So we will see her brought. We won't see the solos anymore, so they are going to stray from that. But we will see a bathroom teller's hold. So the Mira and a great deal of damage put on.
I hate that Swampy. I'm not sure if you're aware of that, but she basically prones all the way in the server. You can see under the door, going front door, so when you go to shoot the cam, as many people do, you get your feet ripped off or even worse, die.
Will we see the first pick 4619? Once again. F2 will try to go for. Oh no, we won't. Nullify will pick up the kill onto Dab to leave a first kill for F2, but then he will get traded for Stingray by Hated or by Chris
Through the floor.
to leave it in a 4-4.
Attackers have located a bomb.
2 minutes left in the round. Nullify will take this upstairs, and Vipix will try to look for a C4 kill once again from below this time. Use canisters will go down to flush Vipix out of this. He will rotate bathroom, and will take a great deal of damage, and will have to rotate out of here. Absolutely no damage taken onto Grippy. We'll get this hatch open as well. Health and man count going in the favor of F2. Looking like an F2 round once again, as long as they can get the proper procedure down. All mirrors down. Everyone is flushed out of bathroom.
They've missed Chris.
Stargazer will try to get to ventilations. Try to get this pinch onto site. And Chris is completely trapped in this site. I mean, Mira is helping him from afar, but it's incredibly hard to keep this hold here. It seems like the attacking team will try to forget this Mira and just start putting pressure on site. But Farmer Drowsy will find Nullified, leaving it in a 3v3. And then Drowsy will find another one, Grand Salami, to put his team ahead in a 3v2. We'll do
I
some
just noticed they haven't
damage
shot
onto
base
Stargazer.
camps.
2v3, about 40 seconds left.
And Griffey's fighting ghosts upstairs.
Went from an F2 solid attacking round to 619, bringing it back. 25 seconds left. Don't have a lot of time to make something happen here, and Stargazer is still.
It's the two AKs
has
fighting
no
it out.
idea
So.
what he's doing here.
15 seconds left.
Looking for a kill, desperate for a kill, and 619 knows they don't need to peek anything, but we'll find another one. Drowsy with a 3K, and we'll try to find this last person, Grippy.
Yeah, that looked like
Chris will
such a
find the
promising round, and then they just kind of started pushing places they didn't really need. Once you have above pressure, open up above, you can drop that hatch, get that window open, you're in a really good spot, and instead they decided to push through customs, through servers, and they started getting picked off one by one through Visa, which to be frank, I'm not too sure why you're doing that. You can just go play upstairs on the catwalk, and you'll be just fine.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like I agree. It looked like a very solid round from F2, and it just slowly slipped through their fingers. I mean, 619 really needed to get that round to bring it back. It's a defensive-sided map, so they need to make sure that and understand that
Attackers need to locate and
they
defuse as many
they
bombs
can't
as
just
they
let them
can.
walk away from with a winning half here. It's semis for Syntax. I'm not sure if these players are nervous at all. You're starting to get to, you're playing for finals, playing for money. I'm sure that there's a little bit of tension within the room for these teams. I mean, it all comes down to who will be able to control it the best and come out with this victory.
10 seconds remaining.
We will see the defensive team 619 go back to Armory, hopefully try to take this round. They desperately need to take this Armory round
Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
so they can confidently go to their tertiary site. We won't see the Solus again. Chris will opt out of it.
Attackers have located a bomb.
And we will see the Wamai this time and the Jaeger, so double device denial or entry to, I don't know, what are they called? Throwable device denial, I suppose. I don't know. And a lot of damage onto Grippy.
So we will have to pause after this round. We'll see.
And the defensive side, 619 will find the first pick onto Nully again.
IED scanning.
What, you're not,
And another
okay.
one, a flank, just no info on the backside, but Grippy will find the refrag, leaving it at 3v4 for 619.
Yeah, Gridlock didn't get to replace quick enough, and then we ended up having just complete catastrophe happen. EMPs should be getting used by this Gridlock. She's
He's flying through. And Runouts, aggressive plays coming from 619, but didn't go into their favor.
That was huge for F2 there, and then Gridlock missed her EMP throw, so now they're kind of stuck in just a straight 3v3, which isn't the best place to be.
Actually, a good position for
Twitch should be able to clear him out. She should be able to help him out here if she's good jammers.
This isn't the worst position for 619. I mean, they did get this wall open, and they need to, you know, the switch is coming around, clearing utility, which is also good for F2, but if they can hold, you know, half the round for a little bit longer, I mean, it'll just come down to who has the better gun skill. Dab is going to play this Archives door and make sure that the last time that this happened, it won't happen again, but he will pick up the Stingray pick up the kill on the Stingray, leaving it a 3v2 for the defense. Difficult situation for attacking team, and F2 leaves it to just Grippy to clutch this 1v3. And Dab will get the wall bang onto Grippy with a 1-3 man count win for 619, and finally gets the win onto the Armory bomb site.
And we're gonna go into a small technical timeout. Apparently we're having some players missing from hand cam for some reason.
That's no good.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen anything that would suggest mouse or anything
Still,
else.
but I mean, it's a fairly simple
still
rule that should be kept. I mean, pretty easily. And either way, as far as I'm concerned about the rule set, if you're not in hand cam, you cannot participate in said round.
Yep. Well, not the hard way. But set that aside, I mean 2-2. I mean, not the half so far that you want to see on defense, but it's not too bad. You can't complain.
It's not horrible. It could have been better. They had a really rough start. It's the first round they've picked up upstairs, which I mean, in all reality, they should have picked up the first two, one of the first two at least. But they were figuring out some kinks. They got it that time. I don't know if they can repeat that, especially since that round was kind of just consisted of a lot of like really aggressive plays and picked off some key players for some mistakes. So I'm not too sure if that's like repeatable. But the good news is, well, I don't know about good news, but they can't go back there. So they're gonna have to either win or lose vents, and then go back to the site they won for first time round, which is bathroom.
Yeah, I mean, it goes to show that, you know, they went Armory 2 times, and then they went bathroom. So they look to avoid vents, so it's not too promising.
Vents can be good. They're running 2 sets of wall denial, so it's interesting to see that, because it's a little bit of overkill, especially for a site like vents where you don't really deny a lot of walls. I'm not sure if they're gonna go and deny upstairs or maybe. I
mean,
like the tension
there's 2
wall.
hatches that you want to hold.
So it's Cade, sure.
Yeah, there's 2 hatches. You know, bathroom hatch and the workshop hatch. And then you might have detention wall if you want to hold customs, or you might have armory wall. You know, you have options. I think they want to cover as much ground as possible. So I don't think it's a bad play, but, you know, if they don't use it correctly, I suppose, or don't hold the right things, then yeah, definitely overkill. Rather than running someone like Malusi, who got above for just getting the ACOG.
Yeah. I'm
don't
still
see a lot of these people using.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that Farmer Drowsy actually isn't using an ACOG, which I think is weird because Frost Gun to me works well with ACOG. Well, my has been running the ACOG. Chris is running ACOG the entire time, and that's actually another operator that I was very confused to see get the ACOG. Because to me, it's like, well, I really didn't need an ACOG to be, you know, that necessary.
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
I kind of wanted to see the AUG be more utilized. But now that he got the ACOG, it won't be. So.
Yeah, like exactly. I wouldn't have minded if the AUG got the ACOG just because right now we're in a fire rate type of game, in a fire rate meta. Jesus. Yeah, we're in a fire rate meta, so any gun with a fast fire rate tends to be, has leniency to play it over a slower fire rate gun like the AUG. So that's why, like, even on IQ, you never really see the AUG being brought out. You see the Commando because it just hits as hard, slightly faster fire rate.
Yeah, and exactly. And I mean, the AUG obviously is probably one of the highest damaging guns on, or the highest damaging guns on defense. Other than, I suppose DMRs
Yeah,
and shotguns.
of course.
You have the Spear on Thunderbird and Tachanka is like LMG, I suppose. But other than that, the AUG is probably one of the highest damaging guns in the game. You throw an ACOG on it, it's pretty good. It's not too mobile. It doesn't have a lot of recoil yet. It's super slow, it's super chunky. So it has its downsides, which, putting the ACOG on it wouldn't be too crazy. I think I would like to see a Wamai meta.
Yeah, when I heard Omai was getting the ACOG, I thought it was going on the AUG. I thought his MP5K was just going to stay one times. But they said, no, let's just give it to him, see what happens, so.
Yeah, well, anyways, when does this shit start?
We're waiting on, I don't know how many of the 619 players to get into the hand cam. But yeah, apparently F2's figured that out, and we're just waiting on 619.
Sounds good.
This should be the first time we see Valkyrie, right?
It is, I believe. And it is the first time that we're not seeing an IQ.
Also true.
So, unless last round they didn't run it, but because I know they ran the Twitch last round, but it's quite unfortunate timing for F2 because of the fact that Dab is going to be able to utilize these cams, and F2 isn't going to be able to deny it. Grand Salami was doing pretty well on the IQ. I mean, there wasn't much for him to do because they weren't running like anything super crazy. I think the Twitch is probably a better bring if you're gonna want to get rid of utility, like the mute jammers that were in, or the cap cannon traps. But now it comes to show that Valk is going to be utilized, and now the IQ is not going to be brought. So hopefully we'll see a bit of a defensive waiver here because we haven't really seen it yet.
It's really going to come down to if they're going to have a player actually sitting on the cams. And we should have this problem figured out pretty soon because it just seems like it was players not having roles yet, which is funny to say because,
Which always happens.
In the semifinals of the league and some players still don't have their roles.
Yeah. I think it was because, there's like an off roster playing or something. I'm not sure.
No, it's just, if you don't play and you don't really need a role, like even if you are like a consistent player, like you don't need the role or anything to like play during the regular season. And as you say that, Salami's is swapped to a IQ, so take that as you may.
Stream snipe.
Okay, alright. Say that, man jumps right back to Buck and then goes right back to IQ.
Wait, did he actually do that?
Yeah.
He's stream sniping, bro.
Funny.
Actually sucks though. So why did I decide to go IQ after like 5 minutes of being Twitch?
Don't ask me.
Whatever. Jab switches. Imagine.
I don't know, somehow I feel like we're uncovering more problems as we're going.
Sorry.
Never mind, they're figuring it out. They're figuring it out. I'm gonna just let them figure that out. We need a good commercial break going on here right now, you know?
Definitely, bro. So let me pull out the turbulence.
Okay, alright.
Here, hold up.
No. Nobody
No,
wants to
actually.
do with that. Can I ask,
Play
what
the
are you
porn
eating
theme song.
for, like... Is for some reason you're always eating on the stream?
I was eating cookie dough.
Just raw cookie dough?
Yeah, shit's so gas.
That's crazy.
Have you never had that?
I have, but I'm just saying, it's just like, it's
Okay.
such a random thing to have, like, right now.
It's so bad for you, though. It's so fucking bad for you.
They're just sitting there, just handfuls of cookie dough on the gullet.
Yeah, I ate a whole slab. It's actually so
That's
bad.
crazy. I've never done that. What? Why did it unpause?
Yeah. Because you can only pause for so long. Like, good save. No!
I thought I paused it. We paused. No, we're not paused.
Attackers need to locate and
Well.
defuse as many bombs as they can.
Us, I suppose, or are they playing? I don't know, ask Murphy, I guess. You either ask Merc or,
Oh, we're good.
Rex. Alright. We're back into the game!
Nice.
Fence Workshop. 2-2.
10 seconds to insertion.
Razor's
Attackers
F2
have located the
semifinals
bomb.
of Syntax. Let's get it!
5
Yeah, like
seconds
I said, we're getting tension walls, making sure there's not going to be too easy to grab. We haven't seen anything
There we go.
extended
left.
upstairs.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Might be a very linear hold here, which would be surprising to see. Valkyrie has probably placed the cam upstairs somewhere inside of Armory.
I mean, if you look at this site, it can be very retakeable, I suppose, linearly, like horizontally, and vertically if you want to retake vertical. But there's also such a heavy vertical game, and if you can hold those flanks, you can hold the retakes from above. Post plant is so dominant from above on this map. So, I mean, there's pros and cons from holding linear because, you know, you have to commit a lot above if you're gonna hold it. But there's also a lot of cons about not holding it. It
No
looks
way you
like
get away.
Drowsy will get thrown.
No way you get away!
We'll get pinged from Lion Scan. And it doesn't seem like we have anyone else upstairs on the side of 619. So pretty early on in the round, F2 has complete vertical control, and we'll see how long it takes for them to figure out that they have it. Drones will come through, and it seems like they know everything's clear. Ram gadgets will come through, a lot of vertical pressure already being done. We will probably see 619 players vacate the site and hold it from distant angles. But this Wamai is holding a crucial spot and can't give it up due to the fact that if they just hop in the vents window, you can't see from very many angles this default plant. Not a lot of angles laterally coming from the attacking team has been opened up, just vertically. So a lot more ram gadgets will go down, but it also seems like Grippy is the only vertical player, and he is very low. We have some recharges from Stargazer that will go down. 5v5, slow round, 1 minute left.
This is almost too dangerous, the amount of vertical they've opened up.
Yeah, there's a lot of, you know, that's why I like bringing the buck of the sledge. You know, you can nitpick and decide where you want to open, because a lot of the time teams will make something like this and stand in the wrong spot and get absolutely banged. Still not a lot of action except for Drowsy falling, but Dab will pick up another one, or Dab will pick up one on Grippy to even out the man count. Stargazer will find the refrag onto Dab, and the plant will start going down an event. This is what I'm talking about, how the vertical post plant and pre-plant is so strong if you don't hold it correct, or if you hold it correctly. The plant will go down, and in real sense, the F2 should not lose this round by any means. We will see 619 try to slowly retake and try to find some picks here, but 619 or F2 realizes they don't need to give anything to them. We will see the upside down rappel from the Lion onto the diffuser, and all that'll need is just a few more picks to find the round.
Yeah, that round basically becomes impossible in a 3v3 when you have no pressure above, no air jabs are still placed above for flank watch. You can't really take upstairs.
Yeah. As soon as that plank goes down, it's over.
What were you just doing?
I don't know. I just like moved my joystick and now this thing popped up. Can the stream see that?
I'm very curious. No, there's nothing. There's nothing on my screen. No.
Nothing on your stream?
No, the stream's perfectly fine.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I've never seen that.
Allowed to be brought? I believe so.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Ping, hold to.
Yeah. New ops are allowed. The only reason that. Hello.
Yo, I wish the stream could see that, because I can like.
Attackers have located
Facts,
bombs.
but yeah, the only reason what's his name? Tub was banned for so long is because he caused FPS issues, and then I mean nobody wants to play on 60 frames when you have an option of 200, yeah, or 120.
Yeah, for sure. Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna have to cut you off here in a sec.
Anyways, so we'll see the bathrooms.
Hey.
So we did get to see 609 go back to the original site that they did win. We will see the Deimos being brought, which I think is an absolutely dominant operator. You get so much info from him. You just absolutely floor bang, wall bang anyone you see. If you have it in the right hands with the good calls, I mean, it's an absolute menace of an operator. I mean, I don't know if Grand Salami, he's been playing the frag lately, so I don't know if he's exactly going to be doing that or just absolutely hunting kids down and killing them, but great operator to pick in this situation.
We have no above presence once more, which is actually incredibly surprising. Are we seeing a fuse with a shield? We are.
Damn.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Came through, so I don't
Running fuse with a shield on certain maps running shield with fuse could be very beneficial on a lot of maps that have a lot of above presence, because the new shields are actually super good.
Yeah. I mean, the Monty's banned, so this is the alternative that they want to bring.
No, but I'm just saying, like, because fuse gives you all that, and you don't really have to use them as a Monty. It's just to start clearing above for the roam.
Yeah, and but also, yeah, it just adds so much pressure that, you know, yeah, like it's just an active drone. You know what I mean? They will deny this. They will deny this canister. A fuse cam will go through the hatch, and yeah, like you said, there's no above pressure. And originally, when they went this site, although they did win, they were absolutely getting shredded from above the hatch and from above, where they had the 4-2. They had the 4-2 lead coming through.
There's your fuse.
But then they clutched it up. Deimos will start tracking, going for the frost this time. Oh wait, I don't know. Okay, now he's tracking the frost. So frost is getting pinged. I'm not sure if calls will go through. Hopefully they will. He will just try to absolutely run at this kid and just floor bang him. Still trying to get this kill.
Get him.
Something should come through here.
I do believe he gets
But
one
no
more.
Kill will follow. Yeah, he does. No kill will follow with the track. He will try to save this for a little bit longer. 4v3 coming down. I actually missed all the kills because I was so intrigued of what this operator does. Defensive side is looking very solid. 30 seconds. Not a lot to go on with for F2 here. Deimos is still trying to just pick up a kill off the track, but can't find anything.
He's kind of working against him here. There it is.
Stargazer will find the Solus that was getting tracked, but Drowsy will get the refrag, but again refragged by Grand Salami. 2v2, 10 seconds left.
10 seconds left.
Not a lot happening just yet. The plant will start going down.
5 seconds
Chris
to
is
go.
getting bombarded with flashes, but we'll try to
Attackers
slowly
are
take.
activating
We'll
the
let
bomb.
the plant go down, but we'll find one. Trying to retake this diffuser in a 1v2. Although Buck is in a good
Attackers
spot,
need to
he's in
protect
immense
the
amount of
diffuser.
pressure.
Position compromised.
If played right, this retake shouldn't be hard. Knows he doesn't have to play too aggressive, but will strafe into the wrong spot, and Chris will find the kill onto Griffey. Successful retake.
Yeah, that's
To
a hard.
pick up a winning half.
That's very difficult to contest, especially once you tuck yourself in that corner. There's not really a whole lot of places you can go.
Yeah.
It's just kind of GG's from there.
Yeah. So we did see the winning half from 619. They have a positive winning. They have a positive defense win. Oh, sorry, Winston. I just rolled on his tail. Oh my god. Sound like I just raped my dog.
Okay.
Sorry, but anyways, we will see and keep the positive defensive win rate for 619, but will they be able to take it on attack?
I mean, positive is kind. It's a 50-50. I wouldn't say it's positive or negative, but it's not what you want on an offensive half. But I guess it's
Oh, I thought it
acceptable.
was a 4-2. I didn't even
No,
realize.
no, this is a 3-3.
Wow.
Yeah, this could turn into a bad position for both teams, really, just depending on how this goes. This first round is really going to be a trendsetter for how the rest of this is going to go.
Yeah, for sure. I think that F2's in a great position just due to the fact that it's a defensive sided map, and like you said, like this first round, if they can pick it up and just set the tone, 619 might be in a very difficult position, especially on their own map and on the first map.
Defender exposed.
I'm a very strong believer that a Chappie should never be allowed to play this game, but
Wait, what? Why did he just do that?
I don't know, to be frank. Seems like some type of
Game mode counter or something?
what? Just usually I'm pretty good at.
What are you doing?
He ran out from detention, got the guy just chilling.
Anyway, so
They
the
might know
attacking
about her.
team 619 will find the first kill onto F2. Or sorry, no, F2 will find the first kill onto 619.
It's almost like they know about the Chappie, but they have no clue where she is at the exact same time.
So it seems like the defensive teams have been getting the first round picks. For the most part. Armory hold with the Solus holding downstairs. Grand Salami has been playing a decent series. By leading his team. And Stingray will find another one onto 619. And trying to get aggressive onto the Thermite Dav, but won't find it to leave F2 in a lead to a 4-3.
Stargazer's in a very aggressive position here. Does get red.
Calls will come through. Stargazer will fall. 3v3.
Lully is still in a very strong position.
Quiet, the round will slowly diminish. Taking their time, hopefully getting some drones through, getting some inputs. Tracking info come through, and they will try to push Nully and brute force him out of this position, but he doesn't seem to plan. He doesn't plan on leaving anytime. Will swing
Wow,
and will
you can't
die
lose that.
to Chris. 2v3 4619. They still either forgot or still have to deal with this Solus below. If plant goes down on anything but concrete, it is going to be very difficult for 619. Griffey knows that he just has to waste just enough time for Salami to pick up this kill, but will actually get baited by Drunk.
15 seconds to go.
Okay, they kind of know what they're
Dab
doing.
knows that this Solus is below. Plants on the concrete and will be a terribly hard retake.
I
for
don't think
Salami.
Chappie's even seen this yet.
Attackers activating diffuser.
3v1 4619. It looks like this armory bomb site hasn't been too successful for the defense, and Chris will find him to lead 619 into a 4-3 on attacking side.
Yeah, that looked good for the defenders. That should have actually came out as a defender win. When you get 2 kills off a rip, you get 1 spawn peek, then another guy fairly early. I don't think they had dropped the body yet, other than the Oryx that just ran downstairs and re-peeked the window for no reason. So I'm pretty sure they were in a 4v5, and then they started to play very aggressive. Stargazer was sitting on a soft wall, and a place, I mean, that could have been big, but ended up dropping into a 3v3. Nully was in a huge power position playing on a mirror window, and he ended up potatoing on another free kill, which should have been an easy kill, and it just snowballed. You just can't let that happen.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're seeing the kills flood in from each teams, and we just can't predict what's gonna happen.
I really thought we would have seen a little bit more of Demos. I'm not sure if it's because the map's so small that people don't really feel like there's a need for Demos, but to me, if you have a pretty good coordinated team, I feel like Demos could be ran on every single map,
Yeah,
like every situation.
For sure. I think that some teams might just not know how to incorporate him just yet. I think he's a pretty simple operator, but although some people might not understand like where to incorporate him just yet or who wants to play him.
Attackers are moving to defuse the bomb.
But yeah, I agree. Very, very solid operator. We will see Bathroom and Tellers be ran by F2. A pretty successful bomb site for the defensive team. For the defensive team with a 100% win rate so far in this series. We will see the Vigil being brought. A pretty hard counter to Deimos, but Deimos will not be shown. So we'll just be using it for some drone denial.
He's actually currently hiding under this desk, so it'll be very interesting to see. If he pops his scanner, he probably will be found.
He does get drone. Or wait, was that?
He has a
under him?
scanner on, so.
Oh no, that was under him. Never mind.
No, that's the drone's on him.
Oh no, that was literally.
He just had his thing activated.
I see. So an IQ will be able to see his scanner, so
He turns it off. Now it's back on.
And will get droned out. So they are flushing this Vigil out pretty well. This IQ is making plays, and he will drop back to Passport. So it seems like upstairs is completely free, other than the fact that this Kate is still playing Metal Stairs, which is pretty easy to clear out.
Attackers drop the diffuser.
And he will fall back. So F2 has upstairs for free, but it does seem like a zombie extended back upstairs.
That's unfortunate.
Holding office alone with her Kibas. And won't get caught. Stingray will find the kill onto Vipix.
Okay.
But he will get traded out and Drunken will get a 2-piece onto Grand Salami onto the metal player. 3v3.
3v3, they can't get rid of any util. I believe Drowsy doesn't have any more Twitch runs, so the hatches should stay closed. Unless the Habana is aware of the Habana trick, which there's no way to Habana trick this hatch. And she can, I guess, on this one. She is going to go ahead and do.
But biff on it.
Okay.
Won't find the K claw, but Griffey will
They
see
found.
four from below.
They didn't actually. You're right.
2v3. We'll have to go for a pretty lateral push here, but Stargazer will find Drowsy to leave Chris in a 1v3 for the defensive side, so we will see an answer back for the defensive team, hopefully leaving it in a 4v4. A great map so far. Chris will try to find going 7-3, absolutely
15 seconds left.
very well for his team. Will find one onto Nully.
No
Trying to find Stargazer, trying to. Will find Stargazer,
You
leaving it
should
a
know
1v1,
where
the
the
last
third
one
is.
onto the mirror window.
Attackers recover
Oh, tries to do a bait and switch, but doesn't find Griffey.
The bait and switch worked
in the
beautifully. He just didn't expect him to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
tough.
he was expecting Grippy to run to the other side and then hopefully get a backswing, but absolutely phenomenal try, which looked like almost an implausible and catastrophe of a round, almost being brought back.
Yeah, no, that run should have never been that close. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but at the end of the day, defense picks up the round, so that's a round for F2, I believe, and it's just
Ties
nothing.
it up 4-4. Like I said, a great matchup that we have so far. Looking like it's gonna be a fantastic series, and I don't know about you, Soldier, but I'm excited to cast for the rest of the series.
Yeah, Bank should be interesting. Bank's a lot bigger than this. It's a very different map compared to this, but I mean, can't even really get into Bank when we're still in a 4-4. Even this should.
Exactly.
Don't know if I'm pretty sure I have unlimited overtime turned on since this is a playoff match. So there's always that possibility.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, actually, I was going to talk about some of the things that these teams do on Bank, but like you said, we can't count this map out just yet. It's a 4-4 with two teams absolutely playing their hearts out, looking for this cash prize. And I have no idea what's going to happen. We'll see Armory run back. We're seeing a Warden with the shotgun, which I actually absolutely enjoy and love to see. He should have been running the shotgun this entire time, even though the 1.5 is so strong, but it brings so much more utility with the shotgun. So I'm glad that this is being ran. We will see the Valk being brought out. The IQ will try to counter this. We will see a Thermite, Thatcher. Other than that, pretty similar lineup coming from both teams.
They know where this Valkyrie is, so they will be aware of this.
Drowsy's getting info coming through the yellow ping, so Stingray will find one onto Vipix, leaving F2 with the first pick. Once again, the defense is dominating first picks, but seem to be throwing them late game. Drowsy having a good game. 8 and 7, and will absolutely just full sprint in here, and Nully will just be stuck on his cam and just will let him run through here. Knows that he's in break room, but lets his teammate die. Will find Stingray, and Nullify has no idea where he is. I think Drowsy dropped the hatch here. He's gonna try to find. He's trying to look for.
You should have heard that.
Wait.
Free kill.
And we'll find Grand Salami on his cam jerking off in Tellers. 4v3, 4619. Drowsy is absolutely walking through the map, looking for a momentum change. Knows that his team just needs something. Across being held, and Nully will miss some shots and let his teammate die again, but will find him finally for the refrag. 2v3, long overdue. Will the defense be able to bring this main count back? 112, not too much time, but not pressuring the attacking team whatsoever. The Thatcher will fall once again, so they won't have a lot of things to get through this utility. They have 2 nades. They still have an IQ to find these Valcams, and they still have an exothermic to decide which wall they want to get, which I'm sure is going to be the Archives wall.
I promise you, this guy Chris is like proning at every opportunity he gets.
They know that Nully's still off-site somewhere that needs to be dealt with, because Nully's holding a power point, a great cross. Attack team has slowed down immensely, but knows they don't need to give up anything, and Drunken will find Stargazer, leaving Nully in a 1v4 or 1v3. Nully absolutely biffing. Plant will start going down. The attack team know they don't have to get anything, but Chris is just dominating this game along with Drowsy and picks up the last kill on a Nully, leaving 619 with a round to answer back from the last, leaving them in a 5-4.
I want to say so much went wrong for the defense, but it's Nully just being on his cam at the wrong time, and an Ash walked through break room, downstairs, killing their Warden. And then Nully not hitting his initial shot, getting the mirror killed, that immediately puts him in a 5v3. That's not even including the fact that the Ash, because she was able to get downstairs for free, was able to also find the Valk downstairs.
Just honor cams, just absolutely oblivious. And yeah, like, I mean, that cross that they were holding was absolutely fantastic, and Nully just couldn't find the kill.
The positioning was great.
You know, yeah, for sure. I think their team plays right now, and their strats aren't bad whatsoever. I also understand that, you know, the ACOG just came out, and a lot of people aren't really used to it. But at the end of the day, it comes down to, you know, the semifinals of this game, and you can't let things like that slip through your fingers.
Yeah, that's huge. That's not one of those things where you can just be like, oh, it's fine.
So we will finally see
5
the
seconds
Deimos being
left
ran.
before insertion.
We will see a Solus being ran, which I'm not sure if that counters the Deimos. I don't know if you
The
can
Solus?
see. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can see the drone on him while he's using it.
I don't think it mattered too much regardless.
Well, no. Say if someone else is getting tracked.
Okay, yeah, I imagine you would be able to.
I wonder. I don't know. Maybe. Even though Solus is a fantastic man, or a fantastic operator to run here. Only has 2 operators that he can track.
I'm not even sure
Ricky
how.
with absolutely no health here. I have no idea what happened.
Drowsy again, just walking through. It gets picked up by Salami this time.
Drowsy won't be able to find any picks this round. Will fall the top frag for this team.
Just go. He's on his cam. That's okay.
Oh my god, and True Salami doesn't know that he went off his cam. Oh my goodness. This is such a scuffed gunfight, and he will run away scotch-free except for the health.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Vipix
You have
not
impacts.
picking up that kill, leaving his team in a 3v5 with half the round remaining. And absolutely un-ADS, just not looking at anything while your team is on the cam.
Yeah.
As well. No info coming through that he's swinging. So Vipix will have his team in a winnable situation in a 3v4, but there's not a lot of time left and not a lot's happening. They don't have... I mean, they still have Thatcher, they still have Hibana, so they can get these hatches open, but they have no vertical play whatsoever. His very last scan will come through. Actually, I don't think that's the last scan. But
It is his last scan.
His scan... Okay, his scan will come through. Finding this Omai. Knows exactly where he is. No damage coming through.
It's only 1 man in sight. Never mind. Get the 42.
Hatches will come open with 40 seconds left. Not a lot to work with here. The attackers need to speed it up, get drones through, and try to pick up some kills here. The defensive team is in a very comfortable situation, and they don't need to do anything here. And they know that. Stingray will find a kill onto Chris, which is the Deimos. No scans will come through. The 2v4. Whisk will come through, but Grippy will fall to Vipix. 2v3. 10 seconds left. We'll try to have to make a play dropping here, but won't time the breach charge correctly. Will drop on ADS, and Stargazer will find it, leaving his team, leaving Dab in a 1v3. We'll find one, but comes to no avail. And again, F2 answers back to tie it up once again in a 5-5 matchup.
Yeah, that was a much better round from the defense. I mean, again, you have, the Ash and Drunken American, just kind of pushing in, no cameras, so she's kind of just running in, got hit by a Capcan trap immediately, so now they know exactly where she is. And then you just push it straight into a cross at that, because Nully would have picked up the headshot. Or, as Salami did, he picked up the headshot when she was trying to push onto the catwalk. So, no info, just kind of pushing with no care in the world. And on top of that, both teams, from what I've seen at least, aren't playing off their info well. There was somebody playing on main stairs, on east, with yellow pings on them, and instead of trying to wallbang them through the barricade on east, right, they just kind of just shot it down, just shooting directly ahead instead of on the stairs. And then the same thing when, the chappie ended up swinging the staircase. Somebody's, teammates on the base cam, and you're not gonna be prepared for something, which should be getting called out.
Yep. I mean, a lot of mistakes, but a lot of big plays are happening right now. It's an exciting matchup, and it's the first map, so people might still be warming up, and
10 seconds left.
Yeah, and
like I said, nerves might be pumping, and mistakes follow with nerves.
Yeah, and Border is one of those maps where it's not that punishing if you make any mistakes. There's other maps which we're going to be playing, such as Bank, which is very punishing when you make small mistakes.
Yeah, 100%. Like, roaming improperly is going to lose you the round, 100%. And mistiming smoke canisters, or shooting Goyu cans at the wrong time, or just not being on your Maestro cam. Just small things like that is so devastating. So they need to try to like smoothen it out in border, realize what they're doing, even though they're not getting punished for it, and hopefully clean it up for the second map. Both teams. 5-5 right now, so just fighting hard. Hopefully they keep going.
Reloading! Cover me!
I'm very intrigued of how the comms are kind of circulating right now. Energy's probably pumping. C4 will come through, but won't find anything.
They
They'll
found
find
him.
half health. Oh, it did! Oh my god, I didn't even see that. Grippy will find Vipix. That is a big kill onto the Ram. They have no other vertical play other than the Ash. Stingray in a pretty good position here. And if he finds the Ash, he will almost win this round for him, but he won't.
Just kind of leaning the wrong way, unfortunately.
Drowsy knows that he's not going to give up on this push here.
Reload!
And
Stingray
Valkyrie
playing
forward.
pretty decent on falling here. Knows they don't need to give up too much. They killed the Ram here, so they won't be able to absolutely disintegrate the top of the map here.
These
Another
cams
knockdown
doing
will
some work.
fall, and Stingray with another C4 kill, leaving in a 3v5 with absolutely no vertical play here. It's a 5v2, and another C4 comes through Stargazer onto Drunk. And Stingray will feel it, will get aggro, but will fall back. Not a bad decision. I don't mind it. 5v2. Honestly, if I'm the IGL on this team, I want a flawless round. I want the morale pumping. I want everyone to feel absolutely amazing because of how this round is going. F2 is sweeping right now. The
And they're
info
still
is
clearing
circulating.
upstairs, boys. They're still clearing this Valkyrie, which is no
The
longer
info is
upstairs.
circulating. 619 has no idea what's going on, and Grand Salami will try to retake upstairs, and Big Stingray just knows that these cams are doing work, so they're just gonna absolutely just heavy drone attacking style up on this up on Dab, just trapped in archives here. And they don't know.
There's your
Grand
flawless.
Salami will find another one to leave them in a flawless round, an amazing round. 4-6 for F2. That has to have your morale absolutely pumping.
And for those that don't believe that Valkyrie is an absolutely like destructive operator,
I have no
That
idea
is
why
your-
she stopped getting banned. I have no idea.
there's
used
so
to
many
ban her
ops to
every
ban
single
now.
game.
And then on top of that, her pick rate just bombed ever since you can't place them outside because a lot of people like to place them outside.
Yeah, ever since they can't go outside, she's plummeted. But you don't understand, like, if you have one person that is willing to just sit on site in a corner and just give info, that's what you see what happens. I love to see that because that was beautiful gameplay from F2. 3 C4 kills from below is how you use Valk, and that's what I like to see.
Yeah, and that, I mean, the C4 that just arced up through the floor, outside the window, and got the kill on the Ram was nothing short of beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. That was comp. That was just absolutely. I love to see it. This is something that I love. Like, this is why I cast, to see absolutely remarkable plays like that. 3 C4 kills coming through, and absolutely just a retake from above because the team is just pumping. They're feeling amazing. They get match point on what isn't their map.
Wall secured.
Now, that being said,
10 seconds.
they now have to go defend a objective that I don't believe they've won a single time. So this is going to be very interesting to see how they choose to, swap their stuff up, see how they choose to,
Attackers are moving to the
swap. They could have won this round if it was for Nutty just picking up a few kills.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Is like, this round was this map. This site wasn't kind of like an issue for them. It was just very small mistakes that are so easily fixed that you can win this round. I think it was a great idea to go a separate site to make sure you ensure, an extra round to play. But I think this is so doable to end this map on 7-5, and then leave your team in a very good position to win this series. Farmer using one of his Ash charges on a barricade when they know that they're running a Mira. Drowsy will take some damage from Stingray. Again, a zombie in a great position, and the other Ash charge will go down. So that all they have is the Twitch to get rid of these Miras, and the Ace if you clear utility properly and positions. Stingray will play in a great position, but will miss the kill onto Drowsy. Will Drowsy be able to find them? But Drowsy will just fall back. So East completely clear. I think the comms went through that they want to take the other side here, unless they're just attacking it from a different perspective. It seems like they're gonna commit to the backside here, but they want different angles. Not a lot of action here halfway through the round. Stingray trying to look for a kill desperately, but still being cautious. Absolutely no damage taken.
Farmer found himself in a very good place.
And Noli, Drowsy will find to just walk into CC, but will get refragged to leave him in a 4v4. Finally, this refrag comes through before Drowsy finds too many kills. Their top frag, 12 kills, will fall. Stingray answering back with another nice game, 11 kills. These teams are desperate for this victory. They're passionate. One mirror window will fall.
What are we doing?
Oh my god. F2 is absolutely walking right now. Grand Salami will find this kid onto East. Chris on these track stingers. But the finish won't come through. A C4 will try to come, but Grippy won't connect. Absolutely interesting positioning here, but Vipix will punish him for it.
Yeah, you can't sit there. Especially on a round like this.
4v3 with 30 seconds left. You might think that's a poor chance, poor situation for the defenders, but 20 seconds is absolutely remarkable.
90 cam's still up,
and they have so much map control to clear out, and not a lot of utility to come through, and so many angles are being watched, but will get punished. But Vipix won't have the info on this bandit, and it's just 6 seconds left. All he needs to do is win gunfights. And sorry, the will pick up 2. Will have a 1v1 plan. Will go down. He doesn't know, but will find the last one. Oh my god.
Run out of time.
Stargazer will find, or at least deny the last one to get the plant down, and will win. Not their map, the first map, which is the other team's map 7-5, going into the second map to win the series.
Damn, pros don't fake. We can't be faking that there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. KD don't matter, bro. It's the win, man. I mean,
like either you get off early and kind of go for the kills then, or you don't get off at all.
Yeah, for sure. I think as soon as they killed both of his teammates, he needs to get off the plane and just go for something desperate there, because, you know, it's match point. Absolutely remarkable game. So close. Came down to the f***ing wire. I love to watch that. Absolutely remarkable game from both teams. We had Stingray dropping a quick 11 or 12. We had Farmer Drowsy hitting a quick 12. And then we had absolutely remarkable plays from every single player on both sides. What did you think about that game, Soldier?
It was a good game nonetheless. Mistakes were made from both teams, and I mean F2, both teams got away with a lot of mistakes. It's gonna be interesting to see who can clean those up better, because like I said, I feel next map banks are really gonna come down to who can make less mistakes. And I'm more excited to see if we're gonna see the Deimos being brought on the bank, being that it's such a huge map.
Yeah, for sure. It's such a map that's so thick and so roam heavy. It's something to really look forward to here.
I forget
You should have buy the battle pass on stream, bro.
I forget this is a new year.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to buy. I might actually buy the year pass right now, to be honest. Not sure.
But yeah, it was a really close game, a good game overall. Valkyrie was just absolutely ripping people apart. Those cameras were doing work that I don't believe many people would have seen coming.
They had the IQ, so I'm not exactly sure like why the utility wasn't being dealt with. But I mean, at the end of the day, like F2 absolutely capitalized on the info that they were using and just dominated.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we will take a little 5-minute break. And I'll see you when we're back. I'll just be a minute.
Puck skin, that's great.
Yo, check the group chat real quick. Irv was actually just yapping.
And we're gonna go to Rios as well. do want to point out in this previous map we just had, we didn't have a single tag timeout used, so you don't need to use them. They're just there for an option. But just to reiterate, the teams do have access to them.
Yeah, I mean, like,
So
at the end of the day, it was a pretty close game. I don't think there was any like time where like they really needed to. I think every single like round loss that they had was mistakes that they realized and just knew how to fix them. But yeah, definitely an option, and definitely coming into this next map, you don't want to give up too many rounds. It's so
yeah,
hard
if
to
something
come
starts going
back
out of
from
your
bank.
way, take a few seconds, calm down.
Yeah, exactly. We will see, just wanted to let you guys know that we will see a support being brought in, the Whiskas. Um, he does play some support for RySe 619. He's a .8 KD this playoff, this playoff season. One series played. So just thought I'd let you guys know. And coming into bank, which is actually the opposite of what Border said. F2 has matches played on this season, but 619 doesn't. And actually, for F2, Bank is their most played map this season. They have four games on it, which there was only 7 weeks of regular season and 3 weeks of playoffs, so 10 weeks. 4 games is a pretty big chunk of the season. So they have 4 games played with a 75% win rate, so they won 3 out of the 4. They have a 50% defensive win rate and a 70% attacker win rate. If you think about it, 4 maps, 4 games, so 4 times playing the map and you have a 70% attacking win rate on a defender-sided map. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, it's actually really good.
Yeah. So again, like this is F2, clearly F2's pick, and 619 hasn't played this map once. They haven't played this map a single time, so I don't know if they have this down. And then, like I said before, like the same as F2s, they just might have hidden strats. They might have practiced this a lot and no one knows, or they didn't expect this to be picked, even though it is F2's most played map. They have 0 experience on it within like this league. I don't know if they've played in other leagues, but they have no matches played in this league.
Yeah, and that's the great thing about the BO3 format is that you end up playing some maps that you don't really care for, and you really test teams like just longevity and their just like general map pool.
Exactly. Personally, I think the team that I play on and Soldier plays on, Nebula, we struggled with our map pool. Because we had a pretty new stack that we joined leagues in pretty quickly. We were in the middle of leagues already, and we weren't just gonna opt out of them. So taking the time to expand the map pool. But I think that's a very important thing for teams to do. If you want to be a great team, you need a big map pool. That's that. And uh, if you want to make the finals where it's BO5, you need a big map pool. Or you're gonna play maps that you have no clue how to play, because in BO5s, maps like Sky, Nighthaven, and Con come like arise, and if you have no idea how to play any of those maps, you are going to lose. That's just how it is. So yeah, it's a great way to test. It's a great way to test it. Just the statistic alone with 4 map plays and to 0 is going to be very exciting. Will F2 close this out 2-0 into the semifinals, having such a large attacking side, with 619 defending first? So it is a defensive sided map. So
yeah, Bank
619
should be.
it has the defensive edge, but you can't disregard F2's 70% win rate on attack. That is absolutely remarkable. That is DZ and Pro League numbers. And as you all know, if you guys watch Pro League, DZ was the best attacking team in Pro League. Absolutely beautiful.
The way I
They're
just like to
amazing.
say it is well, this is completely off topic for like no reason, but I can't use my pengu emotes in these chats for some reason.
Oh, that is so unfortunate, bro.
I know.
But although to see, F2 actually is a pretty attacker favored team, although kind of they kind of ran through border defender sided.
I don't know.
Overall,
It's two different
pretty
maps. They play out
attacker-sided
completely
team,
differently, like I
but
was saying earlier. You can't really compare them
completely.
because they're so completely polar opposites. So
Oh,
one's a very
100%.
like Border is one of the smallest competitive maps in Siege, and Bank is on the much larger side of that spectrum. And then on top of that, the objectives like on Bank, you can really afford to hold down and like turtle on sites. On Border, you do not have that option. You have to
Yeah,
extend to the entire map on Border.
100%. But like just looking at all these maps, like looking at every game that F2 has played, a lot of their round wins come from attack. So just to bring that to awareness, they're a
Off
pretty
we go.
attacker-sided team. But we will see how this goes. Again, I'm just still stunned by a 70% win rate on attack, and I'm excited to see them start an attack with 619 starting on defense. They did start on defense last round, or last game in the series, and they only got a 3-3 split. So will this happen again? Will they struggle on defense? And
I don't get
will
it.
F2 excel and dominate on attack on a map that they know so well? Will they take advantage of 619's poor defense? Bono will come through from 619, which is a very common and pretty solid ban on Bank. Forces them to bring 2 operators to get all hatches and walls, which is actually very big, because the least amount of operators you can take for one task is the better. And a Jackal. Very heavy roam game for Jackal.
Yeah, I'm actually somebody that doesn't actually like mind the Habana ban. It tends to bring a lot more diversity into a lineup because you end up running 6 sets of can openers instead of just the Habana.
That's what I'm saying. Like it takes 2 operators to do 1 operator's job.
Yeah,
Which
but
is
it's
actually incredibly big.
you say that, but there's also the big change where Habana brings the ability to open the 4 hatches. With these operators, you're bringing the ability to 2 operators are going to bring the ability to open 4 hatches, but at the same time, you're still going to have utility like Candelas, Zero Cams, Sense gadgets, and so on. So like,
Yeah, for sure, but you can still add those with the Hibana. Because if you bring the Hibana, you can open every single wall that you want to get open. Plus, you can run the smokes on the Ying. You can run the EMPs on the Grim. You can run the flashes on the Buck. You have so many more options.
There's trade-offs,
with
but
Hibana on the
it just kind of comes down to every team. I've seen teams who just opt to just completely avoid Habana even if she's not banned. Other teams who's crutch on Habana because I mean both, like I said, both options are really good in their own ways. Just at that point, it's just to make people uncomfortable.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're gonna see the upstairs bomb site first. We'll see
Attackers
the
need
castle
to
being
locate
brought,
and
which is a
defuse
very
the
common
bomb.
operator for this upstairs hold. We'll see the Echo, who did somewhat get nerfed with his magnified scope being taken off, but still an amazing operator. And then we'll see the Mira.
Yeah, that for me, Echo losing is 1.5, or originally before 1.5 even came out, he had an ACOG. So him losing that to me is actually probably one of the bigger operators to get hit with a nerf.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially
On the
since
other
he's
side,
had
though,
a magnified sight, or a version of a
Since
magnified sight,
launch.
yeah, since launch.
Yeah. So, it is a crazy, it is a crazy work. I am kind of confused on what they were what they were deciding when they did that. I mean, it kind of brings the option to bring in the shotgun, I suppose.
I
But-
despise it, shotgun.
Yeah. Anyways, on the other side of the ball, we will see the Zero being played. I think is a remarkable operator on this map. I absolutely love Zero on this map, as long as he's used correctly. We will see the Claymores though, which I don't fully agree with, but can be used quite wisely. Pretty quiet start of the round here, and it does seem like Ace is gonna want to get this Canto wall. We'll get one yokai drone fall pretty quickly, which is very big. I don't think that there's a mute jammer on this Kanto wall, but it will get impact tricked. Still quite a quiet round. 3-0 cams down. I'm not exactly sure if they've been shot, but the first kill will come from Dab onto Nullify. 4-6-1-9. Again, 619 has a very big habit of getting first picks on defense and then losing them later on. But Chris will find another one on the Stingray, leaving in a 5v3, looking like a very dominant defender win. But Chris Lummy will just walk up Spiral, get refragged from killing Hated Chris. And Drowsy will start the game off with this another statement, leaving the attacking team in a 2v4 with absolutely no utility to use except for one cell map. If I'm the attacking team, I'm getting desperate for a kill. You know, you might be baiting a little bit. Hopefully the defensive team will just get a little bit too cocky, but it doesn't seem like they plan on doing that. Vipix is just gonna throw it under this window and just wait for a absolute meat suit to get just pumped out of the window. Some damage will go onto Grippy, well, as he repels to the roof. And again, defense 619 just knows, like, there's money on the line. This lead is on the line. So they just need to chill, and Drowsy finds another one onto Stargazer, starting the map absolutely beautifully. Looking like Grippy is just not going to be able to close this out for his team, leaving F2 in a pretty difficult situation for this first round. 1v4 looking impossible, but will he be able to make the impossible possible? He will not, and Drowsy will get a 3K, absolutely bringing the momentum from the last game onto this game. Will he be able to breach double digits again? Your mic's muted. I think he's doing something. Anyways, the first round will go to 619 on defense. Not too bad. It's not a bad situation to be in. Obviously, you don't want to lose that poorly. But, you know, if I'm F2, I'm washing it off and I'm going to the next round.
Yeah, of course. And then we're going to the basement site, and usually we tend to see a pretty heavy roam game for basement. But this time we're actually not seeing any like primary roamers. There's really nobody you can roam with that would be easy to do so, because Goyo is a 2-speed, so Goyo is probably the only op that could roam you, to be frank.
This is a comp setup, though. This is a comp setup. I like this a lot. A lot of teams like to just reinforce that wall. I mean, popping a mirror window on it isn't bad, because you can play. If the guy garage dies, then yeah, okay, you can play it. If the guy garage doesn't die, you pop that and you place the long angles. But I absolutely love how they're using both mirror windows on that front side. It actually makes it so hard to clear. You know, you have a lot of decisions. This map is so diverse. You can even pop the mirror window upstairs if you really want to. I haven't ever done that before. I feel like you could figure out a way. But there's so many things that you can do with this map. But like we said before, you can't make those small mistakes like popping a Goyo can in the wrong area, which we're seeing the Goyo and the Maestro and a lot of plants now. But Amaro's in there like swimwear.
And Twitch could actually ruin all of these mirror windows.
Going to try to find this mirror window, and probably will find the first one. He will find the first one. They do have a second one to play off of, but that is a big use of utility, just absolutely shredded there.
Yeah, we're seeing this turtle strat like I was talking about.
It's not bad, but me personally, I'm committing 3 people upstairs. You know that they're gonna take upstairs, and they have so much time and so much utility to do it. They have 5 Bs. People don't understand how good Grim is. They have 5 Bs. They have a Twitch shredding your Twitch drones, because if something like that happens, you have no roam. Your turtle strat's gone. You have the gridlock to trap you on site. You know, they brought the Amaro to keep the roam clear quick, just in case they were doing something like this. Vipix will find a lot of health gone very early. They have the dock though, which is very fortunate. 4-6-1-9, and so much time to work with for F2. Health count is now. Oh my God! What are you doing?
It's a down.
Stingray will fall because he's just fully sprinting in a garage without any drones coming through. Absolutely terrible idea. And Grand Salami will fall to leave it in a 3v5 for his team. 619 looking to absolutely dominate once again for a second round of the game. Drowsy will find the kill. Will find the down. Onto Stingray. Quiet rest of the round. Attackers yet again just baiting for kills.
Yeah, they were trying to go for an execute here and just completely failed. You're just sending it through garage again, no cams. You have to be under the impression that somebody's holding.
30 seconds left. Not much
Could be one of those wall drop.
opportunity to abuse.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been
Gonna hit a call and Vivix will find another one, leaving it in 2v5. Absolute domination right now. We'll look for the drop, but we'll lose so much health, and we'll flash himself.
10 seconds remaining.
Trying to take the fight onto Chris. Won't waste the
5 seconds
utility.
left.
Won't waste the KD. 5 seconds left, and won't find absolutely anything onto the attacking team, which leaves it in a flawless round. 4-6-1-9.
Yeah, basement is by far one of the hardest sites to attack, and most of the time a basement site attack will just come down to a hero play from somebody or misplays from the defense. If those two teams play that perfectly, the defense should win that every single time. And I'm not sure what's going on here.
I mean, realistically, the way that they did that is they cleared so much map in such little time with the Amaru. I think bringing a buck in on this map is way better because you can just absolutely shred rotations. You can move around the map so quick. After you get these hatches open, which they did, you have so much time. You have the Grim to clear out of that mirror window. I mean, yeah, they can still play through the Bs, but it makes it so much easier. You have the Twitch that cleared at least one mirror window, which gave you a lot of wiggle room. You had the operators to get it done, but you failed to do so. So in my opinion, I mean, that wasn't played perfect by either team. I think that was played honestly better from the attackers until the very last stretch. The very last stretch, they started selling. I mean, it started with Stargazer just full sprinting in a garage. If he picks that guy up in garage, which is a harder task said than done. It's easier said than done. But if you pick up that guy garage, they win.
Yeah, but you can't really expect to win that gunfight when you're not going to have any info. You're just going to full sprint and hope you can get away with that. It's just not going to work.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where Nully ended up disappearing to. So give him a good minute. Yeah, I mean, overall it was really clean. It was a clean round for what they were doing. The attackers just made a lot of mistakes. It was a lot of just kind of aggression plays that weren't needed or just were kind of done in a one-by-one scenario where it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. We're not really seeing the attacking F2 that, you know, we were hoping to see. I mean, again, this is such a hard map to attack, but as the stats show, they're pretty good at it. I mean, they are pretty good at it, but it's just they're falling short. They need to figure out how they're going to clear this next utility. They're going to tertiary site, and you need to win this. 100% you need to win this.
Defenders protect
They're
your
going to
bomb.
Monty, which is actually a very good operator for Bank.
I want to be with you, but just not on this site. For me, Monty, this is his worst site. If you're going to bring a Monty, basement, he's really good. Top floor, he's really good. This site's too multi-dimensional to actually like play well with a Monty because he can't cover his entire, you know.
That is true, but also then again, if you're gonna push the tellers, it's like the I think that's tellers, right? Archives? I think it's tellers. The one with all the paper, right?
This one?
Yeah, that one. That's
Copy? What copy?
no. The other one. The
10
other
seconds
one.
to insertion.
B site.
Right. Archives.
That was
5 seconds
Archives,
to
okay.
go.
If you're gonna push archives, you can push or open
Attackers are heading
and
out
get the
to
triple
defuse a
open. You
bomb.
can push that really well with the Monty without having to drone a lot. It saves a lot of time. It's really in their face, causes havoc, especially with the Buck opening up so many angles. You can shred a defense. But we will see an Azami holding staff, which I absolutely love. With the Frost, it's going to be a very good hold into archive into open area here.
I always find it very odd when you see players such as Ash go and start running their own drones in this scenario. Never mind.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not spectating anybody else because, yeah.
Okay, well, Dab will pick up the kill onto Grippy. The Ash going 0-3, 0-3 on entry here, which isn't great. I mean, none of F2 is really winning on entry, which is probably the problem with what's going on. They're trying to execute and not getting kills here, but 619 is doing a very good job not giving them much.
Yeah, we've cleared top floor now at the expense of the Ash. They don't know this yet, so they still are going to waste about another 20 seconds clearing upstairs, droning upstairs, and so forth.
Reloading. Cover me.
No vertical plays coming through, even though they have a ram here, which is actually a very big problem because she's the one on cams.
Yeah.
Airjet planted.
So a lot of time is wasted, half the rounds going on, and you have absolutely nothing going on. You have upstairs, which they don't care about clearing whatsoever, or care about holding whatsoever, and you've done absolutely nothing.
Now we're getting
You'll finally see the what are they called? Boogies.
Boogies.
We will finally see the boogies being deployed. The top of the map will start getting shredded apart, and still have 3 Selmas in pocket. I don't know if they're gonna want to take printer wall or try to work the open area, but there's a lot of utility in open area. IQ will drop with no info and fall to Vipix on the Azami, and Stingray will just walk in here, pick up the kill on the Whiskas. He just has sight control here. He doesn't have diffuser, but he will wait for his teammate, give his calls that he has sight. Hopefully will make it through, but will get flanked by Dab and will leave Stargazer F2 in another 1v3. Will Stargazer be able to
They don't see each other.
again make this situation that's impossible possible, and we'll find one to leave it in a 1v2.
15 seconds left.
15 seconds left.
10 seconds to
10.
go.
We'll drop open area.
5 seconds left.
We'll whiff on the first.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has
And
been
will-
That's tough. I'm gonna
not
go and say that she
okay.
thought that she downed him. It's really the only reason you'd run by like that. But get to 1v3. What are you gonna do at the end of the day? The round, it just ended so fast. I mean, you lost the pick off rip from the guy on rappel. I mean, there's not really much he could have done differently there, other than like, there's really nothing he could have done differently. That was just a crazy good shot from the person from the Frost playing upstairs. And after that, they really just didn't gain any ground. They were still everybody was still off site. Nobody was really playing in sight. They started opening above much too late. By the time they were even like prepping
Attackers need
to take
locate
site,
and defuse bombs.
it was already beyond past time. But
Yeah.
it is a tertiary site, so it's not the biggest thing to do. A 4-2 split, or sorry, it's actually quite a big deal. You're not winning that on your attacking half when that's their worst site, so you kind of have to pick that up, just to make sure you're at least securing a 4-2. Losing that now forces them to at least go and try to like really force out 2 big rounds, because if you don't, going into a 6-0 half or a 5-1 half is still not a place you want to be on a bank.
Yeah, definitely. And you let them rotate through all of their sites, and they had a dominating round every single time. It's so difficult. It's
Yeah,
going to be very hard.
F2 is really showing why bank was their map choice here.
This is
Sorry,
619's
this is
in the lead right now.
hold. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
he's right.
so-
The RySe name's gonna be.
actually the total opposite. F2 picked this map and is just falling and just decaying, absolutely just falling apart playing their map. I mean, like I said, and that's it's hard to see. You see Dab pick up the kill on the Stingray, on in the mirror window. All you need is the window repel here to just get rid of this guy onto this window.
Yeah, they're misplaying this horribly. When you have the ace on window repel, you're not putting him on the repel.
How is this guy just able to pick up all these kills here? It's just not. It just shouldn't happen. This ace still hasn't peeked the window here.
Set terminate.
This guy's just terrified of making plays.
There is somebody in lobby, so you can't. He's not really not anymore, but.
Attackers have dropped the bomb.
Mira has
diffuser.
divided her attention
Dab
onto the windows and will pick
is-
the kill from Grand Salami. Stargazer will find Vipix. 3v3 for the attacking team. This is the closest F2 has came for a round. Dab will
Dab's
try to
really
get aggressive
feeling
for a
himself.
kill, but won't find him. Still 3v3.
Ready to breach.
He's just flooding through, but no Harbrief to come. Whiskas will find Nullify.
No ACOG on
3v2
castle.
for
That's actually.
619. And 619 just knows that they need to take this slow. Lost the first map. They don't have wiggle room to give up anything, so they're going to play their map here. They're going to play their game.
Drone active.
Stargazer is just gonna wait and wait for something to happen. And Dab will just absolutely slam Stargazer sitting behind her Osa shield, and then you just have Grippy sitting on the roof. Not really applying much pressure onto the team. And one of F2's players will fall. And Dab will find one other one. I think that is a 4K for Dab.
I do believe so.
Oh, no, 3K. Oh wait, never mind. What, 4K? 4K.
I would like to agree with you. Yeah.
Absolutely 7 and 1, just playing absolutely phenomenally. Attack timeout will come by F2. I think that's. I mean, it's due. They're struggling. They're struggling very much, very hard here. It is not the team that we saw from the last game. So it's hard to see.
You know, it is. Yeah, going 4-0 is not something you want to see. It's not good for the morale. It's not good for the game itself. Granted, they can, I guess, afford to lose this game.
Yeah.
But you still
That's what I was
don't.
talking about, but yeah, you definitely don't want to lose your map.
Yeah, I
You
was
have
saying.
wiggle room to lose some rounds. Hopefully that you can win some rounds to. Hopefully you can win some rounds to, bring the morale back up. But it's hard to lose your map because I know how that feels, and it sucks when you know that it's your best map, it's your most played map, and you just start falling and losing like terribly. It's hard, especially because last map you attacked very well. A defender sided map, you got a 3-3 split. That's very solid. And then now you're just slowly diminishing, and it's what we talked about last game is you can make mistakes on border and not be punished for it, but they're making small, minute mistakes, maybe even not minute, pretty large mistakes on bank, and they're actually costing for it so tremendously. That Mira should not be sitting on that double wall for that long. Honestly, that should last for 20 seconds at most.
Yeah, and especially since the windows aren't even castled, that should get picked up. They should be relaying this info very quickly and making moves on it. And the ace did, start doing something, but by that time, they already had somebody in lobby. They were already pinching them. They couldn't really deny the window. And the gridlock swings to throw an EMP of all things.
Terrible idea. And the ace isn't even on the wall to do that. So there's no point to do that. There's no benefit of throwing an EMP. It's not going to explode and kill her. You don't have the ace getting the wall for you. You have the ace on the windows trying to deny the window repel. I think you should have thrown someone else there, but you still have someone doing what they're supposed to be doing. I understand that you might be scared of lobby, but if you throw someone ATMs or you throw someone on the lobby bar repels to watch the swing, even if you don't, you just quickly wallbang the wall and towards the mirror window, you pick up the kill, or just shoot the mirror window, you leave, get the wall, and there goes that. It takes 10 seconds, especially because repelling has been buffed, It takes you 5 to 10 seconds to get rid of that.
Yeah,
You
it
should not be losing
shouldn't
3
be that hard.
bodies.
And then to me, it looked like they got caught off guard, which you should really never get caught off guard with anything that early into the round because you still have an abundance of drones. It
Exactly.
really shouldn't be something that's, you know, hard to do.
Yeah, the attacking team that, you know, we were expecting isn't performing right now, and I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but things need to change. I'm not exactly sure like what's going on with these players. I don't know if they're just like abusing pauses,
Yeah.
because it's really only been F2 that's been doing this. So
Back into it.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Anyways, we're seeing the basement site once more. This site was by far the most dominant site they've played so far. So if they can repeat that initial round that they had, this should be a really good round.
yeah, it's absolute. That first round was absolute domination. When they went downstairs, they're probably going to just absolutely bunker on site, which is what they did the first round. It worked. Goyo cans didn't really like need to be popped because it was pretty low man count, but you know they used their utility pretty well. But hopefully we'll be able to see the same sort of roam clear from F2 because it was absolutely flawless. It was quick, it was easy. They found out that they weren't roaming pretty early.
I'm not really a big
bad.
fan of this placing one mirror here and then placing the second mirror like on the back half.
It should be swapped.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense because that back mirror sees absolutely nothing. All it sees is the hatch drop. If you back this one up to the wall right behind it, you see the entire thing that this mirror sees.
This
And then
Maestro
if
is
you
fighting
push
versus
that back
drones
one,
live.
You push that one back up to that wall that she was looking at, then you see the same amount. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is probably a Maestro's worst nightmare right here.
So we will see a blue take, so I don't mind it. Early, they know that they're bunkering on site, so if you can just absolutely clear as much utility as possible and, you know, try to get a plant down, that might be the best situation you need. But you still need these hatches here. I think disregarding hatches is going to bite them in the ass later on. They have Goyo cans wasted, they have Maestro cams hacked, they're in a very solid position. If they can get these hatches open, I honestly think that this round is absolutely deserved completely by F2. This is a good adjustment from this first round. I want to see them capitalize on it. So
You know what we're seeing this time around from the Twitch that sprinted through is droning.
is a drone.
So
I actually do
this
love the 417 as well.
this time we want to actually see her just full sprint into garage and get murdered immediately. This probably isn't
prone
the
peek
gunfight
is-
you want to
yeah.
do.
Prone peeking is not the play. So we'll see this Doc adding, like, you know, being under pressure from this Twitch. I think that she doesn't need to peek much. She just needs to keep adding this pressure. I don't think running away is totally...
Running away is perfectly fine in my opinion because at this point, I mean, he's just gonna continue to watch that.
I guess, yeah.
The Monty's gone, which is not right.
I'm not sure if they had the hatch. Okay, they're getting the hatches open, which is good. It's not. I wouldn't say it's too late in the round. They still have, you know, a lot of things being done. The C4 is still up. I think we need to bait this plant. Yes. Oh, it's too late. Honestly, it was a very good attempt. It was a little too late. They're in a great position. No C4 is down, but Mir can still see this planter, but it's not part of his. It's not part of his hitbox.
Maybe
The
it
plant
is.
won't go down. It is. The plant won't go down, and it's a 1v5. Another flawless round from the defensive team, and it looked so good for F2, yet it tumbled so quickly again. And just a 5-0 split for this team is so rough on your map.
Yeah, you cannot have your Monty die that early into that round before the execute even goes off, because he's gonna be the main guy that's body blocking the shield, the C4s, a main person relaying info, and then on top of that, you're trying to get the plant down. At the same time, the hatches are trying to get open. Like, the hatches have to be open way before the execute even attempted.
Much before. As soon as the can openers started going, that ace was planted. That makes no sense because then you can't get any angles watched. I mean, 619 didn't really swing out to do anything. I think you need to bait that plant much earlier. I think you just hit one tick, you open the case, you close it, you go back out, she used the C4, and then you go back in. That's fine. But you have so much utility, like all the Maestro cams and everything, and if you have the hatches open, it should be pretty easy to have this.
There you go.
10 seconds.
So they will go archive again.
Changing mags.
F2 is letting them
5
just
seconds
rotate
left.
through their entire sites, all of their sites.
Jammer initiated.
And
Attackers
619 is
moving out
absolutely
to locate a
capitalizing on
bomb
it.
and
I mean,
defuse
they
it.
didn't defend the last map too well, but they're defending this almost flawlessly. Every single round almost flawlessly.
Throwing back.
Oh my god, Nully! Nully will find a 2P, leaving it a 5v3 straight out of the gate. He's feeling himself. Don't get too aggro. Oh my god! He'll find another one. He'll find another one. For the 3, he wants to look for the ace. He's 3 and 4. Only kills that he has are these kills. But absolutely, it's coming out a little too late, but never too late.
No, I'm sorry. None of these kills are
Bomb
like.
located by attackers.
I'm not sure he knows
wants
he's
that.
gotten these kills.
Attackers,
He wants this ace.
attackers recovered the diffuser.
He will find the 4th. He's going to go for the 5th, the 4K for Nully to try to find the first round for his team. Drowsy is just stuck in open area. He has no idea what to do here. He has no idea how his team just absolutely crumbled.
I'm not sure if Nully even realizes he's
Do a
killed
renegade
4
still in
people.
pocket. Nully will start popping the diffuser.
Attackers activating diffuser.
4v1, first dominant round coming from luck, but still skill. A huge play, and they will just close in, and Nully wants this ace. But Sledge will try to
His
take it from
teammates
him,
are
but
ripping it
Stargazer
from him.
will absolutely just disrespect him completely, honestly. Absolutely hero play from Nully. That is something that you need to happen, because if you go 6-0 you lose. I think 5-1 is way too late, but you know, at least it's something, right?
Getting 2 kills while trying to open a barricade in
Oh,
a
yeah.
casual
Absolutely,
game mode and
no.
just like playing like just casual or playing ranked is hard enough, let alone in a calm setting.
Yeah, that should not have happened, but I mean, you know, shit happens.
I want to know what they were doing with each other up there.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
Yo,
as many
boss.
bombs as they can.
I mean, if I'm 619, I'm not like, I don't care. I'm not stressing at all. I think I'm pretty like annoyed as like what just happened. But like at the end of the day, you know that you've dominated the half. You know that you're the better team right now.
I
And
mean,
I'm not stressing whatsoever.
You also want to talk about the fact that the guy died on square stairs, getting just kind of 180.
Oh yeah, but
Like,
at the
I
end of
didn't
the
even
day,
realize-
that's just at the end of the day, that's just a play by Nully. Like
100%.
you're
But like,
playing
I'm just
better-
saying,
you're
I
playing
didn't
better
even
team.
realize Nully got the 4 kills there. I'm not sure if he realized what he just did.
No, that was
5
absolutely
seconds
insane.
left.
Deployed. Ready for grenade. Changing mag.
Attackers objective is
Yeah,
to
again, we're
locate a
seeing
bomb and
Goyo,
defuse it.
Maestro.
That put
Basic
Nelly
setup.
from 0 and 4 to 4 and 4. I mean, that's pretty sick. We are seeing a little bit more of a roam presence from this team. I mean, it's only one person, and I think it's the Warden offsite, which is a little interesting. But like 619, like F2, they're going to just go for a direct take with Monty.
Bomb located by
But the
attackers.
Deimos will be brought. And I think that the tracks coming through is going to force this player back on site, and they're going
Yep.
to have a lot of time to execute site here. I believe that they should have the can openers on the Captel or the Zero. Maybe the Monty, but I don't expect so. And the Captel is actually a very good player. I mean, the mirror that you brought, it's in a great position, so it's going to be very hard to clear. But they have so much time, and 619 is doing such a much better job than F2 was at the exact same push. The Maestro's not being, or it is being brought.
He needs to clear these go again as quickly as he possibly can.
So I think almost all Goyo cans are popped. All Goyo cans are now popped. Oh, except for one still, which you need to get this open now because wasting 20 seconds. You still have a minute left. You still have to deal with Maestro cans and mirror windows. Okay, so
That was
Goyo
way
cans
too early to
popped.
pop that go again.
Oh yeah, terrible decision. You wait until they open the wall. You don't do that. Okay, they know they have info on everyone, but still they have so much time to execute here with all this fire gonna dissipate soon, and they still have to do with the guy garage. They have 5B still to deal with, to work with.
Swapping mags.
So 619 knows they have time, but Stargazer will find the kill onto Vipix.
Definitely Johnny to be doing that.
5v4, 4F2.
Attackers have dropped the bomb.
F2 has some wiggle room.
Covered their defuse.
He needs to have somebody plant behind him. It's the only way they get the plant off. Not that.
3v4, 4F2. Knows that he can't get the res off. Has someone on the hatch.
Up and on your feet.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
Whistles, I know that.
That whistle's
Attackers
so
recovered the bomb
creepy.
diffuser.
You should
Attackers
hear what
dropped
the voice
diffuser.
lines are when they when he tracks Fenrir. It's actually creepy as shit. Nelly will find Whiskas to leave it in a flex with 4v3. It looks like absolutely nothing's coming from this attack, but they will try to get this person planting behind the
10
Monty.
seconds to go.
No, they're.
5
But this
seconds
Maestro
to
Cam
go.
will absolutely
Attackers recovered the
shred
bomb
the shit
diffuser.
out of him, and absolutely nothing will come from this
That-
attack from 619.
That was horribly played, and for so many different reasons. You just have like the perfect way to play that, because right there where he just planted, he had two Maestro Cams looking at him, and they can see him from garage. What you do is you place the Monty on the server door, and then you have somebody plant right behind him server door. So only one Maestro Cam's looking at him. It's a much deeper angle, so the guy in garage can't see him either. So it cuts away so many angles, and he should be able to get that plant off just fine as long as somebody stays on the hatch.
Yeah. I think that a lot of people overcomplicate the plant.
I think they
You
try
know,
to like right there to me they oversimplified it. They just said this is where default goes, so we're sticking it default no matter what happens.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, at the end of the day, all you really need is a Ying. It's not banned, so you just throw a Ying. You throw like Ascends if you want it. I think a Bravo is a perfect pick.
See,
especially
you
if they're
say
going
that, but the
Maestro.
main problem was the Maestro Cams.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying like, bring a Brava. You know, you deal with these Maestro Cams. They got rid of the Goyo cans more than early enough. If you want to bring the Twitch, that's great for the Twitch drones. I mean, for the Goyo cans or for the mirror windows. You know, you can bring Ash or
Yeah.
whatever and whatnot.
I also want to point out they're not forced to
but-
go here by any means. This is just their backup. So this is their
Attackers
secondary
have
site,
located a bomb. 5 seconds
I like it.
remaining.
which is quite common in Pro League. In console leagues, you
Attackers
almost never see this site being
defuse the
brought.
bomb.
So we'll see the mirror of the castle. I mean, two things that I think are almost mandatory on the site. Mirror can be exchanged, but castle 100%. Mute should be brought almost every single site on this map. And then we will see the vigil because the Deimos was brought, but it won't be brought again. So F2 was hopefully slowly bring this map back. And just to note that F2 only has a 50% win rate on defense on this map. So hopefully that they can change the tide for this. They can shift the tide.
Yeah, Salami's really gonna have to pick up his, especially being on the roam. He's really gonna have to pick up some steam and make a good impact on this round.
Exactly. I think they need to really lock in here and shift the tide of this game on defense. They can't give up the match point round here. They need to keep them on 5. So they need to run up every single round here. So they know that this kid is in console. They will have yellow pings on him. And 619 will close in on him, but he will run out, pick up a kill, Grand Salami, leaving it in a 5v3. If he dies here, which it doesn't seem like he will, it's not a big deal here because they got two great picks and he won't. He'll run off scotch-free, no health, no damage taken.
It's all the way back.
Very unfortunate situation for 619. It seems like both teams just can't attack this map right now. Nully will just play patient on these blue stairs. Hopefully be able to swing on this and find a pick. What the? F2 playing slow, doesn't need to do anything. A very quiet match here other than the two big kills. 619 has no idea what they should do. We'll find the kill. Vipix will find the kill on Salami. and they don't know. They have no
Why
idea.
don't
But
you
Stargazer.
Stargazer should just stand up there.
So now they know of his whereabouts. They
Reload!
will try to push Archives and Tellers here. Try to open up the triple wall, even though there's a rotate here. Stargazer will find Dab, leaving in a 2v3, and defenders will just sweep them. After a phenomenal play by the defensive side, we'll just clean up the dirt on the floor and end the round, leaving them in a 3-5, which is very doable.
Yeah, 3-5 isn't that bad, especially being on the defensive side. You can bring this back with somewhat of an ease, especially that now they're going upstairs, I believe.
But they
no, they're
also
actually
have to
sorry.
realize-
They are completely avoiding upstairs.
Ooh, which I don't actually hate because upstairs isn't the absolute greatest site, but I also think that Bank has 4 great sites.
Yes, it's gonna come down to how they choose to set the site up. And
Exactly.
again, we're seeing the Valkyrie, and I'm not.
Which is absolutely fantastic. I love it. I love F2 on this info game. I absolutely love it. I love Salami making these plays in the visual. I know that he's not playing a very good game/series, but he's making an impact, especially that round. He made a statement. Grippy on the Valk made an absolute monstrous of a statement last game. Hopefully this will be able to be abused again. Farmer
Yes,
Drowsy
Salami,
was-
even though he's, that round alone is a fairly difficult round to win if he's not able to pick up all that the attention from the attackers and also get the kill on the repel, which I believe was on the hard reach at that.
Yeah, I absolutely loved it. He had so much pressure on him, and he stayed calm and composed. Ran out, got a kill, and somehow he realizes that if he picks up this kill and dies, it's a 5v3. It's not a big deal, but he still got away, and that secured the round for
Drones
his
up
team.
and running.
So we will see an Archives Tellers. 30 seconds gone in the round. Drones will start going out, and mute jammers will start making the jobs that much harder for this team. I love how F2's holding this. I love how confident they're playing on defense, even though they've lost the first half by quite amount. They know that they have to give up map control, and they know that they have to play just the game that they usually play. They have the IQ for the Valk, but will it be able to, come to avail and come to save 619 against this heavy info team? Dab will start to entry onto top square.
Here's the issue, is that they put so much attention last time on the top floor and having a good roam game. This time they're completely leaving it alone, and now they've wasted a minute and a half having zero pressure.
Droning here. And they have 2 drones going through, and they've wasted that much time. We see a different approach from F2 and 619, where F2 brought the Amaru first round to just absolutely sweep the map, and now we're seeing 619 to take their time, just because Grand Salami made such a statement on that top floor. Halfway the round gone through, no damage taken, no deaths arisen, and all the teams and Grippy's just sitting on cams, feeding all this info. Absolutely nothing's going on, but everything's going on at the same time. The attacking team has made no progress except for upstairs, where we will finally see Vipik start shredding the roof open. It's a minute left.
Which, granted, this is actually a lot of time.
It is a lot of time, but no hard breach. So they have to realize that they don't have the ability to open up walls, so they have to push into utility and use, the most time and utility they can to just clear out bodies and hopefully win by kills, which usually that's how it ends on the site. A lot of damage coming on a Grippy, but if he could just play sight and sit on cams, then there's no problem here. I love how F2's staying calm and composed here. Stargazer knows that he doesn't really need to give up anything, but he knows when to give up things. We will see a heavy lobby take here. Stargazer's double door will get opened, and he knows he doesn't need to play too aggressive on this. He will drop.
15 seconds left.
Shoots him at the sound, and only 15 seconds left. Not a lot of time for this attacking team to attack, and Stingray picks up the kill onto Dab. Vipix will find Grand Salami, but it's not too much without Grippy finding another one.
Attackers activating diffuser.
The plant will go down,
Protect the diffuser.
but Stingray will find one. Will find 2. Knows the last one's upstairs. Can tell his teammate to plant while he watches from above. No post plant coming through with the attacking team. Vipx will try to desperately find 3 to prevent them from defusing, but he knows that one's gonna try to flank.
Huge.
We'll find Stargazer. We'll find the last one. Get the defuse off, and we'll come one round closer to clutching this game up from a 5-1.
Yeah, that was actually. I got very worried there once they got that plant down and they looked good. They had somebody above, 2 people in sight, and then Castle had the huge flank opportunity. He got right behind them. They didn't realize what was going on. Now we're seeing the next timeout being called. So things are really starting to shake up in this momentum tide.
I told you, Soldier, we're gonna have a great series here ahead of us. Maybe we'll even see a map 3. Hopefully that, you know, maybe we'll see a W7M reverse sweep and F2 will bring this back for the hometown boys, you know what I'm saying? Or we'll see a crazy map 2 leading to a map 3 going tooth and nail to win this series, to get to the finals, to meet Jagereist. Actually,
yeah.
No, wait. They play Monday.
Sorry, they're playing Monday. F2 is really, is really pulling us back. It wasn't looking good for them on the attack, but again, that's just us. That was just us speaking early, and it's looking at this is going to be a very heavy defender sided as Bank. And 100%. Just to reiterate, this is a max OT game. Sorry, this is an unlimited OT game. So if teams are going to go 1-1 defense, it's really going to come down to just the first team to make something happen on the attack.
100%. I absolutely love it. I'm excited to stay up and cast this game. I hope you guys are enjoying this because, as much as I am, because this is a battle between 2 great teams.
We're prepping windows here, so I mean we could be seeing a very aggressive variant of this site.
I like to see the Echo Shotgun being brought. I mean, the nerf came with it. He brings a little bit more utility. I mean, the shotgun's not great for killing, I suppose. You know, I know some people that can make do with it.
Some people make that thing look like the best shotgun in the game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Busted.
Like my boy Eric.
Yeah, and then I go and I touch that thing slaps people with a whip back.
Yeah.
These don't sound like
we'll see F2, yeah, finally just going the top 4 site. It's oddly enough they're not rotating.
Actually, that is
rotating their sites.
Really good point. I just immediately said, right, they're going back to rotate. No, this is actually, they have played all 4 sites now.
Yeah, this is their 4th site, which I think is a little risky, but you know what? If they know what they're doing, they have a 4-site pool. Like we said, that this is their best map. They've played it the most. They know what they're doing. This is their pick. They're confident. Yeah, they might have the 70% win rate on attack, but at the end of the day, if it's a defender-sided map, you gotta know what you're doing. I love to see it. I love to see the diversity through the 2 teams. I like to see the confidence between the 2 teams. I don't see anyone doing incredibly poorly.
I think it's a little bit too early to jump out of the window here because you're gonna get just murdered from the roof. This could be.
I also
don't think
that it's too worth it to just trade out really early. I think a 4v4 isn't too bad for the attacking team.
No, a 4v4 for the Ace.
But Stingray will find. I told you, bro. The shotty comes through for Whiskas. Will crouch on the body, baby. Let's get it. Stingray will try to bring it back for us.
I've never seen that Valkyrie. I've never seen that.
Beautiful echo cam. The info coming from F2 is absolutely beautiful. I love it. This is comp, bro. This is comp. This is what I like to see.
I like to think I know a decent amount about this game. When I see things like that, it's actually quite impressive.
Yeah, like I like to see it. This team is surprising me. They're really like earning my respect right now. First pick will come from F2. On to 619. 2 teams from the same org clashing to make a fantastic series. Griffey will find Vipix to find a 5v3 for F2, and F2 will run out, but Chris will finally be able to shut them down on this run out.
I think as the ace here, you have to open up that castle barricade really with one of your Selmas, put some pressure down.
And you need to rotate front wall. You need to get these walls open because a 4v3 is so doable for your team, but you need to figure it out right now and you need to be quick because it's 40 seconds left. And your team is finding it. RySe, another great player, 4619, but will fall to Nully, a gunner on their team. An absolute dominating of a fragger. This ace is still in repel, leaving a 3v2, which is so doable. With 20 seconds left, it just seems so
Here's the
so
biggest
impossible.
problem. We still have an Echo on the board with an Echo Camp.
100%. And at the end of the day, those guys are shocking. They can rotate below if you really wanted to. 15 seconds left. There's not much that they can do. It seems so impossible. And F2 is just slowly closing in on the team, just playing with their food.
Attackers have dropped the bomb.
Tying the game up 5-5. This is an amazing matchup, Soldier. I don't know what you're saying, but this is amazing. I'm loving watching it.
It's not very common where you see a team sweep on every single objective that there's possible on a single map and win every single one.
Yeah, you don't see that very often, and F2 just pulled it off, and I have the utmost respect for them, and I am absolutely ecstatic for this game.
Now, saying that, most teams are going to go back to their primary site. F2 choosing to go back to their open area site,
I love
which
it.
was
I
their secondary
absolutely
site.
love it.
This, to me, this is a pretty good play because they struggled quite a bit to take down this site. And they're probably not expecting to take the site down, so now they're gonna have to, reevaluate their mindset and really get into this next map.
I absolutely love the decision. I love the diversity. They're keeping 619 on their toes, just not letting them know, not letting them be predictable. Everything that they're doing is calculated. It's not predictable, and I absolutely love it. We saw the open area strat play
Attackers have
very
located a
bunker
bomb.
heavy. Will we see Grand Salami switch it up and camp in a corner, or roam very heavily, see what he did the very first round when they went
10 seconds
basement?
to
Will we see it? Will they switch it up? And it looks like they
5
are, and I
seconds to
absolutely love it because they're being so unpredictable. And even though this guy is 2-8, he's making such a big presence known. They're making such a big impact on this player. He pops his vigil scan, but they know that he's in ATMs.
They shouldn't be droning him.
They know that he's in ATMs.
Swapping mag. Mag is online.
And this kill should come through. This visual scan pops. They still know. They saw the pixels. Grand Salami can't feel comfortable here.
Reload. Boogie deployed. Boogie, go. Make my soul shredded.
He needs to start playing aggressive, or he's just gonna fall back. He misses the impact. Has a second. Wastes about a minute just in ATMs.
Yeah, I think that was actually
love that
poorly
play.
played by 619.
Oh, 100%. I think so. But wasting a minute in ATMs, whether they played it poorly or not, is so huge on a 5-5 matchup.
Yeah, that is great for F2, but I'm saying that is very misplayed by the
100%.
attackers.
They will have track singers down, trap them downstairs, which is good, and it's not too late in the round. Grand Salami is still making a very large presence, and like I said, even though the KD might not be adding up, it's incredible amount of pressure that he's putting on this team. This Ram needs to start. Oh, never mind. All of our boogies are down, so the floor should be absolutely shredded apart, and we'll put the team in a 5-4 lead. 619 finally seeing a man count on this attacker's side, but Stargazer will not let that continue. We'll find one to leave it in a 4-4. Stargazer will take so much damage though. A lot of pressure coming through, but we'll find Vipix. His head will get taken off through the vert holes. And Stargazer, if he has anything to do with it, he is not losing this game. He's absolutely putting the team on his back and saying, we are fucking getting it. He is acting like a Pengu right now.
Okay.
3v4. Very winnable for the attacking team, but
the attackers actually aren't in a bad position. They have some good ground. Everybody has damage put on them except for Salami, and they have decent infill game.
We've seen this situation from F2 so many times, and we know how it ends. And all I can think about is, will it end the same? Will it end the same? We will see the execute going, and it might end the same. The refrags will come through. Whiskers will find the other one, but it did end the same. The defenders will find another one, leaving it in a match point, coming from a 5-1.
Well, this isn't just match point.
Straight rounds.
This is series point, no?
This is series point, Soldier.
Yeah, I have if somehow F2 is able to pull off this last round, it will be a flawless defensive half, playing every single site available to them. And like I said, they're running the strongest, arguably one of the strongest sites in this game, which is the basement defense. The attackers are really going to have to pull something off here, and from the looks of it, they're still only running one set of can openers. Ram could be running a second set, but no ace for sure. No Monty either. So I'm not
absolutely insane.
I'm really not too sure what the goal is here.
I mean, if I'm 619, you can hear me, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, if I'm 619, my morale's shot. But we can't let that get in the way, because you had a 5-1 lead and you blew it, and it's series point, but you cannot let that get in the way because, like I just said, it is series points. You need to lock in. You need to wake up.
We've made good adjustments. We're bringing
we have a Brava.
Bravo bringing the shield back. Hopefully they realize their mistake with the planting scenario and they can fix the planting. And they have 4 sets of cans.
Exactly.
Can openers.
I think that they executed the blue take very well. Like you said, they oversimplified it. They need to plant. They need to adjust to planting spots. They need to capture these drones, and they need to take hatches early and wait. They need to be patient. Stargazer 13-6 having a phenomenal series right now. Hopefully be able to deny this team. You know what? F2 said, yo, that you're playing an absolutely great game. Go get him. So hopefully we'll see them.
Here's the problem.
Try
There's
to do
2
with
roamers,
Stargazer.
and I don't think we're clearing roamers perfectly.
We will see the Monty, but he's not playing too aggressive on these roamers. He's not really being an active drone here. He's not really looking at much. Holding the flank right now, but, you know, can openers will come through. But Stargazer in such a good position to rotate front or backside here. And they haven't put any pressure on him. Grand Salami will take some damage. Stingray will also take some damage. 619's taking their time here. Oh my god, but the TK will come through. This is a very poor time to make these kinds of mistakes. And that's the Monty. That's such a large piece that you just lost. Piece of the puzzle. Stargazer's finally getting dealt with, but he can just walk off without any health gone, but he will take immense amount of damage.
But again, he just disappears into the map.
Fall away without any deaths. And they still know that he's upstairs and nothing's happening. More than half of the round's gone and nothing's going on. They lost their Monty, so they can't execute so fast. And they're still trying to find this person. But Farmer Drowsy will take some damage, but nothing will happen. He's trying to chase this player, only 1 minute remaining. And it seems like this round and this series is slowly diminishing from 619 when it just slowly seemed like everything was going their way. But Drowsy will find Big Stingray. Will it come to little avail? Stargazer's just still sitting upstairs with absolutely nothing standing in his way. Oh my god, the timing. Oh my god, the timing. Oh my god, the timing. And that just lost them the game. That just lost them the series. At the end of the day, it just seemed like everything slipped apart so fast. Nullify will find Chris, and it just seems like nothing's adding up. All the puzzle and the pieces are just falling apart, and 619's just slowly losing it.
10 seconds remaining.
And it seems like their playoff run's just gonna fall, and Nully and Grippy will just end it for their team, and that's the series ending, and the season ended for 619, and we will see F2 and one other team in the finals competing for, I think, $400.
Yeah, that's
absolutely domination of a reverse sweep. That is the best thing I have seen all season in the Syntax League.
You just can't let that happen. You literally chased Goyo around the entire map like 3 times. Have a TK involved.
Oh my god.
Had a TK involved.
And 619 is gone. They have nothing to do with this. They threw a 5-1 lead. They
And 6-0 sweep.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness gracious. Absolutely fun, bro. If I was on F2 that first half, my morale was shot, and one of their teammates, and it was someone else other than the IGL, because you know, when the IGL says, "Okay, guys, we gotta lock in," it doesn't mean much because he's been talking the whole game. Someone on that team, and I think it was Stargazer Sky, he went and he said, "Yo, boys, wake the fuck up, and let's win this shit." And they reverse sweeped, won 6 straight rounds, and just now they're just swimming in booze, swimming in champagne.
Yeah, that's that's tough. Again, like I said, you cannot lose a round like that. It's just that simple. Like that you guys made the right adjustments. You guys did all the right things to go and set you guys up for a good attack. But it shouldn't have come down to that last round to begin with. They played 5 other rounds to begin with. It was a 6-round clean sweep on defense. Plus they won the last round on their attack. So it was a 7 rounds in a row that they ended up winning. That is no joke. You cannot let that happen.
Absolutely insane. That is buffoonery.
Not much you can do there, but just scratch your head a little bit. Great game overall. Absolutely amazing game to cast. I'm not sure who was talking all this schmack about saying nobody's going to want to watch this game, because I enjoyed watching the game myself.
Yeah, that was definitely the best game that I've casted, like, by far.
But that being said, not sure if we're going to cast any more games, being that there's only 2 more, and Frack will have first take on that since he's casted the most games, rightfully so. So this is the end of our run.
I mean, Merc did say that we could have the finals if we wanted to.
I'm gonna let Frack get first pick at him just because he has casted most of the games, so I don't want to take that away from him. But that being said, thank you guys for being here, the 5 of you that are here. Hope you guys enjoy the game. And that's it for our day.